Yo, what's up, you guys? It's Jeremy Ray back with another video. And inside of this one, I'm going to be covering A to Z, everything you need to know about starting Shopify dropshipping in 2025. This is going to be a complete guide for beginners or experts in this business who already know what they're doing. I'm going to be covering literally everything I know about this business inside of this video. So you can definitely rest assured knowing your time is well spent on this one, you guys. I'm definitely dropping so much value that I have never dropped on this channel before. And there's some absolute keys in here that you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you guys stay tuned for this entire video. There's also going to be a ton of giveaways and goodies throughout this entire video. So make sure you guys pay attention and stay till the very end. But other than that, you guys know I don't like to mess around at all. So let's hop right into exactly how to get started dropshipping right now in 2025. So the first step to finding winning products is identifying what a winning product is in the first place. What I've learned from my experience and what I've seen after testing literally hundreds of different types of criteria works the best consistently is these three things. So number one is making sure that the product's going viral, making sure it's something that's actually going viral and getting traction on social media right now as you're finding it. Number two is make sure the product is making sales. So make sure not only that product going viral, but it's also making sales. And then number three is make sure you're picking a product that you could market yourself. You guys, if you don't have a dog, don't sell a dog product. If you're gonna have to use a dog in the content, if you're selling a dog toy, for example, if you can't make that content because you don't have a dog, then don't try to sell that product. When it comes to starting to actually look for products, we're gonna actually work backwards. For example, if you're looking for paid ads, if you're looking to find a good product to run paid marketing on, then you're gonna wanna look for paid ads on social media. If you're looking for an organic product to run, a product with free traffic for free marketing, you're gonna wanna look for products that are going viral off of organic posts that aren't actually paid ads, right? So we're gonna be scrolling on social media and basically searching for a bunch of different ads or a bunch of different organic viral products that we could potentially sell ourselves. So all you're gonna wanna do is go on TikTok and Instagram and just make brand new accounts. You don't need to add a profile photo. You don't need to do anything. All you're gonna use this account for is looking for winning products. What you're gonna wanna do once you start this brand new account is just go, for example, on TikTok, search up TikTok made me buy it like I just did, go to videos, and what you wanna do here is go ahead and go to filters, and go to last 3 months and like count, and then click apply. The reason I use filters when I'm scrolling through TikTok for products is because I don't want to find a bunch of products that went viral last year. I want to find products that are going viral right now. That's the first piece of criteria. So when it comes to finding products that are going organically viral right now, I want to use these filters so I can see stuff that's went viral in the last 3 months, not stuff from years and years ago. And then I also use like count because then it shows me the post with the highest likes first. So this is all the highest likes posts in the last 3 months that are associated with TikTok made me buy it. Now I could go ahead and scroll through here. Now obviously, since you're likely doing this with your burner account, all you're gonna wanna do is you could literally start at the top if you want to, and just every time you see a video like this about a product, like the video, save the video. You can even comment on the video if you want, maybe go to the account, right? One really good thing is to just watch these videos all the way through. It really shows the algorithm that you want to see this stuff. So if you just watch this video all the way to the end, then you go to the next one, do the same thing, like, save, watch it all the way to the end, maybe go to their store, check it out, right? Just showing the TikTok algorithm that, hey, I love these videos. I want to see more of these videos because you're, interacting with them so much. Don't just go and go like, boom. Don't just, spam it like this, right? You don't just want to spam. You want to actually go slow with it and actually leave real engagement. If you're going to leave comments, drop a comment that's related to the post, right? You want to leave real engagement because otherwise TikTok's going to just think you're a robot that's just spamming, and they don't like spammy actions, obviously. So, be chill with it, but just watch every video through, like, comment, and interact with it if it's a dropshipping product. Obviously, sometimes you'll find these videos that aren't dropshipping products and you won't want to interact with them. So if it's not a dropshipping product, then don't interact with it because, you don't really want to see those type of products. For example, if it's like, somebody selling their coaching or somebody who's, selling real estate, like a house or something, like you don't want to interact with those because you're obviously not going to go replicate their, real estate ad for your dropshipping store, right? So basically every time you see a product, just interact, save, comment, do what you can on the post. And then the other thing, you guys, is as we're scrolling through here, we're not just trying to build our burner account, obviously. We're trying to find products that we could sell ourselves. So as I'm scrolling through here, all I'm usually doing is going ahead and finding products, for example, like this projector. It's went crazy viral in the last 3 months, as I could see. They've got a ton of followers. So all I'm gonna do next is go to their profile. I'll go to their actual website, and then I'll just go right here and copy the link to their website and then go save it somewhere like on Google Docs or in the notes on my phone. So I'll just go here and save this website link in the notes on my phone or on a Google Doc, and then I'll go back to TikTok and just keep scrolling and just keep looking for products that I think I could sell myself that are going crazy viral. So here's another one, these sharklas, these are going crazy viral. We could go right here, go to their actual website, and then all we're gonna do is copy the link so we have it saved, and then go over here and save the link again. Now, usually I like to do this until I find about 5 to 10 products, sometimes even more, that I think I could be selling myself. However, a lot of times just scrolling through TikTok made me buy it isn't gonna cut it. You're gonna wanna also search up stuff like helpful products. Boom, you can search up helpful products, for example, go to videos, sort by last 3 months in like count, do the same thing, right? You could go to products you need, right? You could search Amazon best finds, products, you know, gadgets, cool gadgets, tech gadgets. You can search any sort of search that could possibly bring up products is something you should be searching and looking for, right? I'm not gonna give you guys a big fat list of them, because the thing about it is the things that you think of are what you should search. There's no like specific terms, right? TikTok made me buy it is kind of like the king term. It's like the crowned one of the dropshipping space. However, there's so many different ones, right? Helpful products, useful products. I usually just sit here and I think of like, all right, health products, you know, NFT and crypto is coming up. So crypto products, you know, NFT products, you know, shit like that, right? Like those digital frames that people hold their NFTs in, those have gone crazy every single time the NFT market goes insane, and it's about to happen again, or already kind of is with NFTs. So if you get in those digital frames, right, which I'm sure somebody will, and sell NFTs in the digital picture frames, you know, hey, display your NFT right here, I'm sure somebody's gonna make a lot of money. So just search things that are relevant and then products afterwards, and you're gonna find a lot of products that are going viral related to that. So that being said, that's really how you're gonna find products for organic, whether you're on Instagram or on TikTok, and preferably you wanna do both. Obviously, people post on IG Reels, they just repost their TikToks there, and sometimes products go viral on Instagram way more than TikTok. So you definitely want to go over to Instagram and actually do this same thing to find organic products on Instagram as well. However, now that we've talked about organic products and I use TikTok for the example, I'm going to pop over to Instagram and show you guys how to find products that are paid ads products on IG, basically doing this same thing, but looking for ads instead of actually organic viral videos. All you're gonna be doing here is literally the same exact thing that we just did when we were finding organic products, but instead you're gonna be looking for ads, and instead you're gonna be searching things like jewelry, clothing, facial care, hair care, you know, those sort of products or those sort of things, those sort of search terms, and you're gonna start getting shown those sort of ads. So for example, right here, if we check this out, this case right here is an obvious ad on IG. So all we're gonna do when we see these ads on our feed is just click shop now, actually go to the product page, click shop deals, you know, go to the product, right? Go here and click, you know, maybe click add to cart right here, right? And then just back out, right? You don't actually have to buy the product, obviously, but every time you see an ad on your feed in IG, we're just doing exactly what we were doing with the organic videos over on TikTok. We're just going, liking the ad, and maybe dropping a comment if we want, clicking shop now, just showing the Instagram algorithm that, hey, we want to see way more videos like this. We want to see way more ads. And now after I do that, as you can see, we'll probably start to see more and more ads as I'm scrolling through here. So as I'm scrolling, right, another ad for the same case, right? So I'm gonna click it again to really show them like, hey, you know, I'm really interested in this. And then I'm gonna start getting way more ads in this niche, I'm sure. So as I'm scrolling, and this literally pretty much happens instantly on IG, right? Here's another one. It looks like this might be the same brand again, but from a different partner ad they have going. Here's another ad right here. That's not for a product though, so I'm not gonna engage, but I'm just gonna scroll through here and keep finding product ads. Once I find an ad that I feel like I could possibly sell this myself, for example, this product is obviously or honestly a pretty good one, because products like this go viral for dropshipping all the time. There's actually a product like this that's a duffel bag that's going crazy viral right now, and I'm sure you can find this suitcase on AliExpress or something similar to sell yourself. So although it is a little bit high ticket, meaning it costs a little bit of money. These are $100 products. When you're running paid ads, that's totally a normal thing. So don't worry at all. So all I'm going to do once I see a paid ad like this, and I think I could possibly sell this product myself, is I'm going to do the same thing we did with the organic products. Go to the website, copy the link to the website, open it in an external browser, go ahead and actually copy the link to this website, and then go over to my notes and just paste it in my notes. And then I'm gonna go back to IG and keep doing the same thing until I have about 5 to 10 potential products that I could sell myself. We're pretty much good to move on to step 2, which is actually verifying that these products are making sales off of these ads or off of these organic viral posts. All right, guys, so when it comes to phase 2 of finding a winning product, this is actually kind of the recon phase. It's when we're looking into the actual products we found and deciding out of the list of 5 to 10 products we have, what we should actually sell or what we should actually go ahead and test ourselves. Now, when it comes to this portion of finding winning products, I definitely recommend you use Shop Hunter. Shop Hunter is a tool that allows you to track the sales on literally any Shopify store, and also allows you to do a whole lot more when it comes to finding winning products for paid ads, as far as looking into actual, ads and seeing how many ads a company is running, which I'll show you guys inside of this video. I'll have a link in the description that you guys could actually use to save some money on Shop Hunter. Shop Hunter gave me a link and an exclusive discount code, which is right above the link, that you could use to save, I think it's 20% or more on Shop Hunter, which is super helpful. After you guys go ahead and use the link below to sign up for Shop Hunter, you're gonna get brought to a page that looks like this. Now, essentially what this is the dashboard of Shop Hunter. You could pretty much navigate to everything from here. You could go to Explore, where there's just a bunch of winning products and filters you could use to find them. You could search shops, search products right here. So if we wanna see, for example, sunset lamp, we can go ahead and search that, and we could see a bunch of sunset lamps right here, for example. So once this loads, see, now we can see all the sunset lamp stores. We could sort by revenue, velocity, ad count, whatever we want to, right? That's Explore. You have top performers, which are all the top stores, top products, top advertised, top tracked, recently added products, right? And then you have top performers all here as well. Now, what I want to focus on though is My Shop Hunter and Future Lib. First, we'll start with My Shop Hunter. So My Shop Hunter, this little tab, once you open this up, you're gonna want to go to Add Shop. Now, inside of Add Shop, this is where you could actually paste the link to the store you found. So I found this store, Cozy Cove, as we were scrolling. This was one of the organic ones. And basically on this phase, all I'm hoping for is that it's making some sort of sales. And just like that, as you could see, it loaded pretty much instantly, and we can see that they're not just making some kind of sales. This product has made over 40K in the last 30 days, and it looks like the month before, which was last month, they did double that. So it looks like they did about 80K the 30 days before this 30 days. So in the past, essentially, that'd be 60 days, they made over 100K in sales, which is absolutely crazy. As we scroll down, we can also see they're mainly just selling this projector. They also have this bar audio speaker that I feel like goes together with this projector as like an upsell, and that's done a little bit of revenue, but most of the revenue is coming from this projector. So we definitely know for a fact that this product is a winner, and it meets the second piece of criteria. It is making sales. All I'm looking for when it comes to sales is, I would say, at least, if it's an organic product, you want to see something that's making at least, I'd say, $1,000, $2,000 per month plus. Obviously, a lot of these organic products are making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, so that's just even better to see. But if it's making at least a couple $1,000s a month and you're running it organically, that's totally fine. Since you don't have any ad cost, your profit margins are, 40, 50, 60, sometimes 70%. So you can afford to, do only 10K in sales a month, because even if you do 10K in sales on an organic product, if your margins are 70%, since you're not paying for ads, you're still making really good money. Or somebody who's running ads might have to make 50K in revenue to make what you made off of 10K in revenue in actual profit, right? If that makes sense. And if it doesn't, just run that part again, because that is important to understand, you guys. When you're looking for an organic product, it just needs to be making a couple $1,000s in sales per month, nothing crazy. Like this one, obviously we found this going viral organically. It's making thousands and thousands of dollars a month. It's definitely something that has a lot of potential. Now, when you're looking for paid ads, you want to look for products that are making thousands a day, because with paid ads, the products that are making thousands of dollars a day are the products that are winning. Paid ads is a game that's about spending more money. The more money you spend, the better results you get if you know what you're doing. Obviously, you can't just spend more money and throw it out the wall randomly and, hope your ads get better. But as your ads spend more money and as you get better at running ads, your ad account also learns more, has more data to go off of, and can then help you make even more money with the ads that you're running. The same ad will be better in 6 months if it's ran for 6 months straight, because if it's a winning ad, obviously, because it has a bunch of data to go off of that it didn't have when it first started running 6 months ago. So looking for a product that's making thousands a day when it comes to paid ads is really what you want to look for, because then for a fact somebody's spending a lot of money and making a lot of money with this product. And like I said, paid ads, usually if you find products that are doing a couple $100 a day, it's just not a real winner. You're just not going to be making much profit selling a product like that off of paid ads. It's just really, really, typically hard to do. So make sure the brand is at least making, I'd say, $1,000 a day if you're looking for products to run with paid ads. However, this was an organic product. It's making over $1,000 a day still, which is awesome. So that's even better, but you really only have to make sure it's making over $1,000 a day if you're running paid ads. Now, the next thing I could do is go again and add a product. So this is the product we actually found running paid ads. So this one is a paid ads product, so we would want to make sure it's making over at least 1K a day. This product has made over $4 million in the last 30 days. So today alone, they've done $203,000 in sales in the last 24 hours. That means $200,000 in the last 24 hours, you guys. That's almost $250,000 in the last 24 hours. That's absolutely insane. Like I said, this is a paid ads product. So we know that we want to run paid ads for this product too if we're going to sell it ourselves. But as you can see, $200,000 in a day is insane. However, you guys, like I was saying, remember that paid ads is expensive. You have to pay for your ads. So it's not just the product cost that you have to think about. It's also the ad cost. So that product we just saw, the projector that's making $40K a month, right? Their profit margin, since it's organic marketing, might be 60%. So say off of that 40K, they're making 25K profit. With this brand, they might be doing, say $4 million a month, but only profiting, say 10% or 5% or even less of that, most likely. And still, that's still like a ton of money, right? But it's comparable to the money that somebody would make off of, the $40,000, not comparable, but it's close to the money. If somebody, for example, was running a store on paid ads and they were making $40K a month, they'd be profiting less, I'm sure, than the projector store, because they obviously don't have to pay for ads. The projector store was running organic marketing. This store has to pay for ads as well, right? But seeing numbers like this, obviously you can't really compare this to a store that's doing $40,000 a month, because I'm sure their profit is definitely way high, considering that, even 5% of $1 million is, what's that, $50,000, right? So even if they have 5% margins, they're making $200,000 profit a month, which is crazy. But other than that, you guys, like I said, for paid ads, you just want to make sure something's making over $1,000 a day. This is making over $200,000 a day. So this is definitely a banger product. And as you can see, they're only really selling these things, which is super sick. Just different helpful backpacks for carrying a lot of stuff. And it looks like this is by far doing the best. Another thing I want to show is view ads on FutureLib. So now with these paid ads products, one thing that's a really cool section in Shop Hunter is called FutureLib. And in FutureLib, we could actually see the ads for all these products. So when we looked on Instagram and we found this ad, we clicked on it, we went to the website, we saved the website, we searched the sales, we know it's making sales. Now we can head over to FutureLib and see how many ads they're running. Right here, we could see every single ad they're running. We could go click on it, see the actual analytics behind it. We could see how long they've been running the ad. We could see the actual links that they're running to, the different landing pages they have. We could actually download the ad if we want to. We can literally see the caption. We could see absolutely everything about their ads that they're running right here. This is another really helpful thing, because if you're gonna now replicate this product and try to sell it yourself and run ads for it, you wanna replicate their ads. Whatever they're doing in their ads is clearly working. So I would go through here, save all their ads, and make some videos similar to what they're making, but yourself, and then go run those. That's why this is such a helpful tool. This FutureLib section is absolutely crazy. And what I want to show you also is, even if you don't have, say here, let's go back real quick. Even if you don't have a paid ads product yet, or you can't find any on Instagram by scrolling, you could go to FutureLib and Shop Hunter and just search up whatever you want, or filter however you want, and find paid ads products that are crushing it right here. Now, a little key game for you guys. I like to go here and basically go ad start date. I like to make sure it started in the last 3 months. So we'll go say October to December, right? And then we'll go page active ad count. I like to go from 5 to 100, meaning they have to have at least 5 ads active. If a brand doesn't have at least 5 ads running, it probably means they're just testing or just starting, or not really doing much. So you don't really care about those brands. You want to make sure they have at least 5 active ads running. Sometimes I even bump this up to 10 just to make sure I'm really finding products that are actually hitting, which we'll keep it at right here. So 10. Instagram followers, we don't need to worry about. Store creation date, I like to make this last 3 months as well, just because if we make this last 3 months, then we're basically able to see all the stores only that have been created in the last 3 months, so the most relevant stuff. And then store product count, I like to go from 1 to 10, because what I'm looking for is dropshipping stores that are selling niche products, or just 1 to 2 to 3 to 10 products, right? I'm not looking to find clothing stores. I don't want to start a clothing store. I'm trying to find products that are going viral on ads that are one product stores or niche stores. That's what I like to do. So with this, we go set range, set range. We don't need to set range on that, set range, boom. And now we can see all the ads that meet this criteria. So these are all potential ads that we could go crazy with. For example, this pad right here is going absolutely insane, right? And this is clearly a drop shipping product. It's just some sort of mat that's meant to help your feet or whatever, right? And we can scroll through here and just find tons. This retro wave gaming system, this is a product that's going viral organically as well. It's essentially something that allows you to play retro games, right? There's just tons of products that we could see now by using these filters. Now, the other thing is we could go here and filter by what ad platform we want to see. If we only want to see TikTok ads, if we only want to see Facebook ads, we only want to see Snapchat ads, whatever, we could do that all inside of here as well. We could also sort by country, language, publisher platform, call to action, and display format. Inside of call to action, I like to usually go shop now, learn more, or get offer. And the sign up and like page, you don't really want to see, because that's likely somebody who's either asking people to sign up for, a petition, or sign up for a class, or sign up for a coaching call. And then like page is just somebody who's trying to get engagement. So I would say sign up and like page kind of take off, but learn more, shop now, and get offer, keep on, and you're gonna see the best products to run yourself on paid ads. And I can just keep scrolling through here and they just keep loading. Shop Hunter is the absolute best for this, but this is basically all the recon work you're gonna wanna do in stage 2. This future lib section is kind of an extra section. Really all we need to do at this phase is make sure the product's actually making sales, because that was piece number 2 of our criteria. And then number 3, we have to obviously make sure the product is something we can market ourselves, and that's something that you just naturally do as you're looking at the product. All right, so inside of this part of the video, we're going to talk about something super cool, which is called print on demand. And what print on demand actually is a method of drop shipping where you're literally doing exactly what it sounds like, printing on demand. So basically you can have custom logos on t-shirts, water bottles, blankets, hoodies, all sorts of stuff. And basically what happens is you have these custom shirts, or these custom hoodies, or these custom pants, or whatever it is on your website. And then whenever somebody buys it, what happens is the manufacturer actually goes ahead and prints the shirt, the hoodie, the water bottle, whatever it is, puts the logo on it, and then ships it directly to the customers. So it's basically a way to drop ship fully customized products, which is super cool. So if you want to start a clothing brand, or just any sort of brand in general, maybe a brand that's for, if you're an artist, maybe it's a brand that's for your music, maybe it's your merch line. If you're a YouTuber, maybe it's your merch line. Whatever it is, you guys, I see a lot of people who do merch in specific use print on demand. That's why I mentioned it right there, is because if you are a sort of online creator that has some sort of merch line or something like that, doing print on demand for it is something that I see this commonly used for a lot. Now, that being said, we could actually use Zendrop for this, which is so awesome. Zendrop has a huge print on demand catalog for you to choose from. If you don't have Zendrop already, obviously make sure you guys go to the link in the description and sign up for Zendrop. But that being said, as soon as we go into Zendrop, at the very bottom on the left bar, you could see print on demand, and you could see catalog and then my templates. So we're going to pop right into catalog. And as soon as we pop into here, what we're going to be able to see is all the different products that Zendrop offers for us to customize. So as you can see, there's men's clothing, women's clothing, kids and youth, accessories, home and living, hats, brands, and just all products. You guys, there's so many products that Zendrop has for you to do print on demand with. It's insane. Right here, as you can see, brands, hats, home and living, accessories, and then look at all these subcategories within all these things. I mean, it's absolutely absolutely nuts, you guys. The subcategories inside of home and living, right? Canvas, prints, frame, posters, greeting cards, notebooks, poster cards, stickers, blankets, candles, holiday decor, magnets, pillows, tableware, flags and signs, coasters, glassware, tumblers, like literally everything, accessories. Look at all this: backpacks, drawstring bags, fanny packs, flip-flops, laptop cases, phone cases, face masks, hair accessories, youth and kids and youth clothing, right? We've got literally all sorts of stuff in here, you guys. We've even got some name brands. So if we go like here, let's go to brands right here. So check this out. So we've got like Gildan, which is obviously a great brand. Champion, we've got right here. We've got Adidas right here. Next Level Apparel, which is great. Blanks. Otto, which is great for hats. Otto is a great hat company. I think Off-White uses them for some of their hats. I actually know that. I have an Off-White hat from Otto. Yeah, there's just literally a ton of different things on here, you guys. Just so many different products for you to print on demand with. It's absolutely insane. But to show you guys how to actually customize a product, basically what you do is you take any of these. So say we want to just do this rubber case for AirPods, for example, we could click start design, and basically all we're going to do right here is just upload or do whatever as far as our logo goes and just customize it. So basically we can choose file, where we actually add an image from our computer. So if we have a logo file, we could add it right here. Or if we want to just use text of our own and want to just do it all inside of Zendrop, we could also customize whatever we want on the product right inside of here, as you can see. However, I'm not going to do any text. All I'm going to do is just a logo. Click add image and upload it. But if we go to clip art, I'm just going to go ahead and click one of these to mess with right off the bat. So we'll just go and click. Let's do these little leaves. I kind of like that. So boom, let's do this leaf. All right, sweet. And then let's make the color white. So then boom, that looks clean. All right, sick. Now we can go back. Perfect. Now we got that looking good. Now we can just click create product. Just like that, we've got the product made, and we can go ahead and actually add this to our store as soon as, so right here, now literally all we do is click import list, and right here, we're able to now go ahead and actually import this product, which is the one we just made, right into our store, which is crazy, you guys. It's so cool. But one thing I wanted to tell you is after you actually make the design and launch the product, you can go into my templates right here underneath catalog on Zendrop, and you could find all the different designs you've made right here. As you could see for past videos, which I do have more videos on this print on demand on Zendrop on my channel, I've made the puzzle, I've made a couple t-shirts, as you could see right here. So all those are just right here, but anything you make is going to pull up in the my templates area. But print on demand all in all is something that's insanely useful to know about, and definitely something that I've made some money with throughout my career and taken advantage of at various times. That's what I've always used print on demand for, is really whenever a trend occurs that I feel like, oh, hey, I could hop on this, but it's not a trend where, you know, I have months to go and source a custom product and create something myself. It's something that I need to hop on right now, like today, tomorrow type of thing. And whenever it's something like that, that's what you can do with print on demand, because I could literally take whatever viral meme I want, go find that viral meme, make a logo for it, throw it on a t-shirt, throw it on, you know, whatever AirPods case, and then literally just start instantly selling it. You guys just saw me literally make a product, customize it, and launch it in like less than probably 5 minutes. This section is going to be in the video, or 10 minutes, which is crazy. So you guys just know that you can customize products and drop ship them as well. It's just called print on demand and not just typical drop shipping. So print on demand, you can do it inside of Zendrop. That's what it is. That's how you do it. Hope you guys enjoyed that section. Now let's get to the next part of the video. All right, guys. So when it comes to actually building your store, there's quite a few things that go into this, but I'm going to explain literally everything you guys need to know inside of this video. So I'm going to have a link in the description that gives you guys an exclusive deal to Shopify for $1 for your first 3 months. So make sure at this point you guys go to the link in the description and sign up for your free Shopify trial. And once your free trial's up, it literally gives you access to Shopify for $1 for your first 3 months after your free trial if you use my link. So super crazy deal, you guys. Make sure you use the link in the description for that. So as you can see, the theme library right here, and underneath theme library, you can see popular free themes. Now what a theme is essentially the makeup for your website. It's the overall template that you're going to use to build your website off of. So we can scroll through these free themes, or we could even click here to visit the theme store, which is where you could get paid themes, which are even more in-depth and more customizable than some of these free ones. However, I just recommend you guys use the free themes to begin with. I recommend you either use Dawn or Sense, depending on what you feel is best for your brand. You could take a look at both of them by just clicking on them, and then it's going to pull up a page that explains more about each theme and even gives you the chance to view a demo store with the theme, so you can see both in mobile and in desktop exactly what this theme would look like if you were to use it yourself. This is Dawn, which is typically the one that I like to use, and it's also the default theme that you get as soon as you log into Shopify. But if you don't want to use Dawn and say you want to use something like Sense, which is also a great theme that I recommend you check out, you can simply click add, and as soon as you click add, your theme's going to pop up right here in your theme library. Now, once it pops up into the theme library, all we're going to have to do as soon as this installs is click publish, and then it's going to be published right here instead of the Dawn theme. And just like that, you guys, we can now click publish on the Sense theme, and that's going to make that theme be published on our store and live. So now when we click customize, this is what we're going to be able to customize. This is what's going to be live on our store. Now we could go ahead and customize the theme before it's published by just clicking customize right here, and then we could customize it, play with it, and then only publish it as live to our store if we actually like the way it turns out. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using Dawn because this is a theme that I really like to start with always. So I'm going to go ahead and publish the Dawn theme again, and we're just going to leave Sense down here. We could delete it if we want, remove it, or we could just save it down here and maybe customize it later and see if we could make another version of our website that we might like even better. That being said, once you pick a theme, you're going to want to go to customize, and customize is going to bring you into the actual editor where you could edit everything to do with your website. You have your theme settings down here, which is logo, colors, typography, which is essentially font, layout, animation, buttons, variant polls, inputs, product cards, everything down here in your theme settings. You've got app embeds right here on the left. You've got sections right here on the left, announcement bar, header, image banner, browse latest products, buttons, featured collection, footer, ad section, ad section. What do all these things mean, right? So there's obviously a lot of different buttons inside of here, and this might look complicated if this is your first time building a store, but trust me, it's nothing crazy at all. So as you can see up here in the top right, this is desktop, mobile, and full screen. So these are the different views that you could switch between. I recommend you guys stay on mobile because 99% of your store's traffic is going to be coming off of the phone. So make sure when you're editing your website, first thing you do is you go up here and you bring it out of desktop and into mobile. So then as you're editing your store, it's in mobile view, so you see what it's going to look like on the phone. The next thing I want to show you guys is up here in the middle of the screen in the top. You can see home page, products, collections, collections list. So essentially, if you click this home page, you can go click through anything you want right here. We could see product pages, right? If we go to pages, we could see our contact page. We could go ahead and click right here to see our product page. If we had products on the store already, which we don't, we could click collections, gift card, cart, checkout page. We could see all our different pages right here on the website. And then right here, we could also see our international website versus our United States version of our website. Now, that being said, now that you know all the basics of the buttons, let's actually get started doing stuff. So as you guys see inside of my customization settings, the first thing we need to do is get rid of this My Store and actually add our store's logo right here. So it doesn't say My Store and instead has our logo. I kind of like to start from a top down sort of perspective. So if we go ahead and go and see SoulGuard, which is our competitor, we could look and we could see that their logo is just a simple logo of their name, which is SoulGuard. We're going to call our case just the guard case or maybe protect case or something. I'll think of some name, but essentially all I'm going to do is go ahead and go to YouTube banner. So I'm going to type in YouTube banner and click create blank YouTube banner. This is the size I like to use for the logo. And all I'm going to do is go here and we'll go maybe protect the protect bag. Boom. I like that. That sounds sick. Protect bag. Boom. Okay, sweet. Now we'll maybe mess with the font. I like to use Helvetica a lot. Boom. So right here, protect bag. Boom, boom. And then what I'll do is go right here and I'll go boom. Protect bag. And then we'll maybe grab the little R trademark, put it in the right up here. It makes it look a little more pro. Boom, boom. Just like that. So I just like to make my logo super simple, you guys, and that's what 99% of the time you want to do. It just looks the cleanest. That's what the competitors always do. So after you drag the logo onto your desktop, all you're going to want to do is go back to Shopify, go over to header, and then all you're going to do inside of header is scroll down to the bottom, go to theme settings, open that up, scroll down to the bottom, see right where it says logo, click select, and then drag and drop your logo right there. Now, as soon as you drag and drop it, it's going to process and load in, and then you're just going to check it or click it and then click done. And just like that, we're going to see our logo up here on the top bar. Now, I want to make our logo bigger so we can see it. So I like to make it 300, which is as big as possible. So then on desktop and on phone view, it's big. You could see it. It looks good. Now, after we click save, all we're going to want to go ahead and do is start customizing the rest of the homepage of the website. So this is the homepage. This is what people are going to see right when they pop onto your website. Typically, what I like to do here is first get rid of this featured collection. You'll notice that on each of these little elements right here, I could click delete and get rid of them. So I want to get rid of featured collection. I want to keep image banner though, so I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to add a new section where the featured collection was. Instead of featured collection, I'm going to add featured product, because this is where we're going to have our one product that we're going to start by selling, which is just one of the cases from this SoulGuard website, or one basically bag that's similar. So featured product right here, and that's the first thing we want to do. Next, I want to add section again. I'm going to go ahead and just add, let's go, boom, boom. Where is this guy at? Collapsible content right here. Then let's also add one more little multi-column. And then let's add last thing, which is going to be contact form. And now once I have that set up, lastly, I'm going to go footer. I'm going to add section on footer. Open up the footer right here by clicking it. Add block. Menu. Quick links. Save. Boom. So I've got this basically laid out. Now we have to obviously add everything to it, but I've got the basics kind of laid out. This is what I usually like to do first, as I said. So basically, boom, just like that. Now I'm going to mess with the colors. So for colors, you're going to notice right here, no matter what you click on, if I click on this, if I click on the top bar, you're going to see color scheme. And this is where you can mess with the different colors. Now inside of theme settings, you could access by clicking this little wheel right here. You could also see color settings right here. And inside of each one of these, you could customize it however you want. So you could go click scheme 1 and you could customize it whatever. So background color for that, the text color for that, solid background for that scheme. And then basically whenever you want to use that scheme on a certain element on the website, you just click into scheme, click the color you want to use, or click the scheme you want to use, and then that changes the color of the website. So these schemes are essentially little, you can think of them as like preset color packs that you decide, and then you use these preset color packs wherever you want to on the website. So when you're building your brand's colors, go to theme settings, go into this color section, design each scheme to match your brand perfectly, and then just click into each one of these elements and choose the scheme that you want to use for each one of these elements. I know this is kind of confusing, so I wanted to explain that as best as I can. If it still doesn't make sense, maybe watch that section again, but that's explaining the schemes. All right, you guys, so I'm going to keep my website black and white, which is typically what I like to do. So the schemes are already set to that by default, so I typically just leave these schemes the way they are. So I'm just going to go and change this top bar to black. I'm going to leave the header white, and then I'm going to make this area black right here. And then I'm going to leave this white. I'm going to make the multi-column black right here. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to leave the contact form white and going to make the footer section down here, the whole bottom section, black as well. I just usually like to use one color, then the other color, then one color, then the other color. So I just like to go every other with the elements. I think that looks pretty good, and it ends up making your website just look very clean and branded. As you can see, already, this is starting to look like a good, very clean, put together website. We haven't added the product or anything to it yet. It's still super bare bones, but this is how I like to do it first. I like to add the product and do all kind of the hooking up the supplier, the apps, everything like that last. I like to just do the basics, kind of the boring stuff first to get it out of the way. But now once we've done that, all we're going to do is go up to this top bar and customize what it says. So announcement bar, you can see right here, and then you can see welcome to our store. Click welcome to our store, and here you can just edit the text to say whatever you want. So I like to do free shipping on all orders placed today. I love to do this. I think free shipping on all orders placed today is a great thing to put up on the top bar. I also think another amazing thing to do though is to go ahead and throw in a free product. So for example, if we're selling this case, which is this SolGuard, travel case, maybe we throw in a free toiletry bag, right? Actually, we're going to do this to make it fun. So I'm going to do free bathroom travel kit in every order made today. Free bathroom travel kit in every order made today. Boom, click save. I like to make sure it only is one bar up there. So make sure, like, for example, I had this exclamation point and it made it 2 lines, which doesn't look as good to me. So I deleted the exclamation point and now it fits in just 1 line at the top of the website. I like to do that. But essentially, as you can see, free bathroom travel kit in every order made today, because a bathroom travel kit would be perfect to sell with a travel case, right? Obviously, they go perfectly together. So whatever product you're selling, say you're selling a swimsuit, you could also sell sunscreen or maybe a bath towel or a beach towel with the swimsuit. Just whatever product you're selling, think of another product that goes perfectly with that. That's maybe a cheaper item that you could throw in for free with every order. This makes people buy a lot because they think, oh my God, well, today, if I buy it, I also get this other free gift. If I don't buy it today, then I don't get the free gift, right? So this is really good to say at the top of the website if you can. And you'll see in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up what's called free plus shipping. So even on the free product, you'll still be splitting even or making money depending on how you choose to set it up. So don't worry at all. We're not actually going to be having to give away a full free product every single time. We're going to be setting up a free plus shipping offer on that. So you can potentially even make more revenue off of this offer. And it's going to drive you more initial sales in the first place. So really cool kind of offer we can do here, which I'm going to show you guys in this video. Make sure you drop a like because we're going above and beyond in this one, you guys. So make sure you drop a like, but I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. But for now, just set this up on the header, either if you're going to do a free product or if you're going to do free shipping or whatever you want to put here, just put it right here. And then next, all we're going to move on to is this image banner. So next, all we're going to do is set up some more of the kind of boring stuff like the policies, but this stuff is essential. So you guys need to do this as well. So now you're probably seeing this page. Obviously, all you're going to do from here is click exit in the top left. That's going to bring you back to this home page. And all we're going to do here is go to settings. Now, once we go to settings, we're going to scroll down to policies and we're going to see privacy policy. All we're going to do here is make sure this automated policy is turned on. Next thing we're going to see is terms of service. Next one is going to be your shipping policy. You can make one. You don't necessarily have to. Contact information you want to add. You're going to want to go to each one of these and insert your information for each one of these to make sure it's all accurate and up to date. And then you have return refund policy. For this, I would recommend you replicating what your competitors are doing. So we can go to SolGuard, see what they're doing for refund policy, and then kind of replicate them. Or when in doubt, what I would do is just offer a 30-day return policy. So just go on ChatGPT, say, write me a 30-day refund policy for my company, give ChatGPT your company's name, and it's going to give you a good 30-day refund policy, and you could adjust it however you want. So make sure you just go ahead and do what I did and set all these up. Now, after you've set those up, all you're going to want to do next is go to navigation, and inside of navigation, we're going to go to footer menu, and now we're just going to go ahead and add all of these pages and policies to our footer menu. So first, privacy policy, then we'll go ahead and add, and you can do these in any order. It doesn't really matter. You can go refund policy, boom. We can go ahead and go terms of service, boom. And then we can go ahead and go last one, contact, save. Boom. And just like that, we got those set up on our footer menu. So now if we scroll down to the bottom of this page, we can see all the policies we just made right here at the bottom, which is exactly where they need to be. So our policies are all good to go at this point. All right, you guys. So at this point, it's time to talk about connecting a supplier to your store, because we have to actually connect a supplier to our store so we can now add the product to our store, since we have the base layout ready and everything pretty much good to go on the store other than us actually adding the product product itself and doing all the extra content, adding the different type of words and verbiage we're going to use on the home pages and everything like that. So that being said, you guys, all you're going to want to do is go ahead and sign up for Zendrop. Zendrop is by far the best supplier in the game. And if you guys use the link in the description of this video, you're going to get access to Zendrop for a crazy deal that you will not be able to get access to anywhere else other than the link in the description of this video. So make sure you guys go to the link in the description and sign up for Zendrop now so you guys can start using Zendrop as your supplier and get products actually imported onto your store. It's going to say connect a store, create an AI built store, or build my own store manually. I'm going to connect a store I already have, and if you guys are following along with this video, that's what you guys are going to do as well. So connect a store I already have. Now I'll just click continue, and then all I'm going to do is scroll down to the bottom of this page and click authorize. Now once I click that, it's going to have me actually install Zendrop on my store. So I'm just going to click install right here, and then Zendrop's going to start installing on my actual store. So once you're inside of Zendrop, this is basically the home page that you're going to see, or this is essentially the dashboard you're going to see. It's going to show all your orders, your sales, your cost, and your overall profit right here in this dashboard, which is really cool. You'll also notice on this left bar, this is kind of where you can navigate around, find products, my products, orders, branding, bundles, and boxes, request a product, trending products, Zendrop Academy, Zendrop AI, and also a print on demand section right here. So you can see all the navigation on this right or this left bar. And then on the right side, you could access your profile, billing, notifications, resources, blog, help center, privacy policy, and all that good stuff right over here. Now, all you're going to want to do at this point is just first start by going to find products, and we're just going to look for our product. So I'm going to look for travel duffel bag, which is a product I've seen going viral that's pretty similar to the brand we're trying to replicate. So for example, this one right here, it's basically a bag that not only is a duffel bag, but it also folds out into like a closet basically. So this is essentially the same exact product that our competitors selling. It's just a duffel bag instead of the suitcase. I actually think they have the duffel bag on here too. They also have this travel sling bag on their website. So I'm going to put this travel duffel bag. As soon as you find a product you like, all you need to do on here basically is click add to my products. So I'm going to click add to my products on this convertible 2-in-1 duffel bag. I'm going to keep scrolling, see if there's any other ones. This guy looks good as well, but I'm going to keep scrolling since we already have one of those added. I'm going to look up travel carry-on. Boom. And just like that, we should be able to see some other carry-ons, and we might be able to see the exact carry-on that we're actually looking for. A carry-on closet bag. This might be the one we're looking for. Yep. Exactly right here. So carry-on closet bag. It's currently out of stock, so we might look for another one. There's got to be more of these. So one of the coolest things about Zendrop is if you can't find the product you're looking for, you could simply click request a product right here and then click start sourcing. And as soon as you click start sourcing, you'll be able to send the link to literally any product you find on the internet to Zendrop, and they're going to go find the best supplier with the best price, with the fastest shipping for you for that specific product, import it to Zendrop and allow you to start selling it, sometimes within minutes, if not within just a couple days, which is absolutely crazy, you guys. So that being said, you're literally going to be able to get absolutely any product you want to sell imported to Zendrop, even if it's not already on their catalog. But as you've seen in this video so far, there is millions of products on their catalog. Now, if we go to my products where we've imported our product that we want to add to our store, this convertible 2-in-1 travel garment duffel bag, all we're going to do right here is click review and publish. And then all we're going to do here is just edit the description, the variants, the images, and everything else. So as far as product goes, we're going to change the name, and keep in mind you can also edit this in Shopify, so you could always change this stuff, but we're going to make the product name, we'll call it because our store is called, what was the name of our store again? It was Protect Bag. Protect. Yeah, that's what it was. Protect. Okay, so we'll call it the Protect Closet I'm going to just call it the Easy Closet Carry-On. Boom, that's fire. I think that's a good name. Easy Closet Carry-On. All right, sweet. So now I'm going to copy this description, and then I'm going to go over to Chat GPT, and I'm going to just tell Chat GPT to make this better. Boom. make this description better and call the product. Let's make sure they call the product the actual name we want to use, which is the Easy Closet Carry-On. Boom. So just like that. And now we got the description looking better. So we're going to go bring it back over to Zendrop, paste that in the description section instead of what's already there. I'm going to add little spaces between each paragraph, of course. Boom. Boom. Just like that. All right, sweet. Variants. We can add, so product cost $9, shipping $12. So we want to sell this for about double the cost. So all in, we're at about $20 or $25 as far as the total cost goes. So I would sell this for, say, $49.99 starting out. So that gives us a profit of around $28, which is fire. That's a fire profit margin. So $49.99 is perfect price. And that's a great price for a product like this. Now, typically, like I've said before in this video, you guys would want to use your own pictures if you have them, or order the product so you can take your own pictures of the product. But since I'm just making this video to show you guys how to do this, I don't actually have this product on hand. So all I'm going to go ahead and do is just publish the product to store as is with the stock images. But if this was you doing it for real, all I would do is just uncheck all of these, publish it to your store, and then add the other pictures once it's already in your store. Add your own custom photos, right? But for now, I'm just going to check these because these are the only photos I have of the product. And if you're in the same situation, you could always use these as well. Or if you just happen to like some of the actual images that they have, you could always use them. It's not too big of a deal, but it's nice to get your own for sure, especially if you have the product on hand. And if you're marketing the product, you obviously need to have it on hand, so most of you guys will. That being said, as soon as we clicked published, as you can see, just like that, we can see linked. And now if we click on linked, we can see the product's actually been brought over to our Shopify store. So now we have this product imported on our Shopify store and we're ready to start selling it. As you can see, it imported the description, the price, and really everything we need to see on the product. The next thing we could add is some giffies to the description or some photos and just sauce up everything on the store overall. So next, all I'm going to do is go to online store. And once I'm inside of online store, I'm going to go to customize. And now I'm going to go to the featured product section we set up earlier, and I'm going to actually select the product this time now that's on there. So I selected the product and now I'm going to click save. And just like that, we should be able to now see the product right here once we refresh the page. Boom. And just like that, we should, as soon as it loads, it's taking forever to load, but we'll be able to see the product right here. Next thing is collapsible content, you guys. So right here, I'm going to start adding some info. So why you need a bag. I'm gonna say stay. And then it just kind of looks cool. That kind of looks like cool branded, stay protected, because that's the name of the store, obviously. And now all I'm going to do is put some key points of the store. So I'm just going to take the description that we made and then just basically break it up in here. So now for the multi-column, we can just add more. So more about, or we can go about our bags. Boom. And then right here, we could just do more info. So I'm just going to go to ChatGPT and I'm just going to take some more info that we haven't used yet. So right here, for example, I'll go right here, maximize your travel efficiency. So looking good. All right. So now we got to add some homepage images. So I like to just get rid of these two elements. You can just click on it by just clicking here and then clicking the trash. I'm also, sometimes I get rid of this image banner just because, yeah, honestly, I'm going to get rid of it just because it looks a lot cleaner just pulling up right to the product. I like to make my website super simple and just really highlight the product. So I just got rid of the image banner section. I'm going to just keep it like this: featured product, collapsible content, then multi-column, and then footer at the bottom. One other thing I want to do is click into the featured product, and where it says my store, all I'm going to do right here is just go ahead and delete this vendor and click save. I don't like it saying that right there, so I just delete that. So delete the vendor, click save. And basically our home page is pretty much good to go. The next thing we're gonna wanna do is check out the actual product page. So at this point, I'm gonna go to the actual product page where we can see what the product page looks like. I'm going to delete this vendor again right here on the product page. Click save. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Now at this point, all I'm going to want to go do is click add section. And I could add any section I want to right here, but I'm not going to really add anything to this product page. I like to keep it simple. The only thing I'd add is reviews and then also some Giphies inside of here. If I had some Giphies, I would break up the description with a couple Giphies for sure. But I'm going to go find some images on the internet to actually insert in this description so I could show you guys an example of how I would do it. However, like I said, if I were you, you want to actually go and take these pictures yourself with the product on hand. So order the product, take your own photos, and then upload those to the website. But I'm going to just go find some on the internet to use for now to show you guys as examples. So let's get it. All right, you guys. So one really cool way to actually find images on Safari is just by going control. So you control and then you just click, or you left click, I think, if you're on any other device, but other than this laptop. But basically all you do is search with Google Lens, and now I just see a bunch of video or a bunch of products, a bunch of websites that are selling this product, I should say. So I'm going to just click on one of these, and then I'm going to go see if they have any better photos than me of this product, so then I can maybe use some of these to throw into the description. So let's check right here. Looks like they got actually like the same ones as me, so we're going to keep looking. Maybe this store. No, let's check let's check maybe this one right here. See what Walmart's got as far as pictures go. Here, this is a good picture. Maybe this guy right here. Maybe we'll add this to our website. So I'll go save image, save. Probably gonna have to screenshot it to get the right type of file. Boom. That was a good one. Boom. And like I said, you guys, you want to go take your own photos, of course. This is just me using this as an example for the sake of this video, but you guys want to take your own photos. But now all I'm going to do to actually add photos into the description, it's super easy. All I do is go to products, and once I'm inside of products, you guys, you could see the product right here as well. And here's where you could edit everything about the product inside of Shopify. So inside of this product section on the left bar, you could edit everything you need to about your product right here. The price, you could edit the name of the product, you could edit how many are available, so the actual stock on the product, the inventory. You could edit literally anything. We could click right here and we could go ahead and just click edit price if we want to. We could go ahead and edit quantity, we could edit weight, we could edit literally whatever we want. But all we're going to do now is just go ahead and scroll up and add these new images we found to our description. So to do this, I like to go in between each paragraph. So basically each paragraph of the description, I'll find the little break, and then I'll go ahead and I'll upload my image. You could actually upload all of your images at once too, which makes it really easy. So I could just take all 3 images that I got right off the rip and just drag them all in at once, just like that. And boom, we're going to have these start loading up. And now I can put these in the description. So first I'm going to throw this one in there. I'm going to size it down to where it fits within the words. I like to make it fit. So boom, right there. Next one, next little paragraph break. I'll put another photo, and I'm going to make this one fit the same as well. And then I'll go down here, and then I'll do it one more time with this last one. And then I'll make this fit as well. So these are all photos that are different from the photos I have on the product, which makes it nice because then when my customers scrolling through the description, they're seeing photos as well. And you guys want to use Giphies here too. What Giphies are is moving images. Just go to giphy.com, Gify, I believe that's how you spell it. I always, or Giphy, giphy.com. Go to giphy.com, and this is where you can make a Giphy. But essentially what a Giphy is like a picture video. It's a moving picture basically. So you can put moving pictures of you actually using your product in your description right here, which is super cool and something I recommend as well. But if you don't have Giphies, at least put pictures in between the paragraphs on your description. Now, next thing we have to do is set up shipping, and then also add the free product we talked about earlier. So let's get that done next. All right, you guys. So next, to set up shipping, all we're going to do is go to settings, and then all we're going to do here is go ahead and go into shipping and delivery. So once we're in shipping and delivery, we're going to click general right here. And then first, we're just going to start by deleting all this. So just literally delete all that stuff. And then next, what we're going to do is go ahead and click add shipping zone. Now, when we click add shipping zone, let's literally select everything. So select literally everything, all the states, all the provinces wide is what I name this. Done. Boom. And just like that, you guys, no rates. We're going to just save this real quick. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click add rates. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go free, VIP, insured, shipping, just like that. All right. Now we're going to go use flat rate, and then we're going to go 0, add conditional pricing based off weight. We're going to go 0 to 0. So done. That means every product every product that weighs 0 pounds is going to be free shipping, which is every single product when you first import it to your store. Now we're going to set up the paid shipping for the actual free plus shipping product, which I'm going to show you guys how to set up in a minute. But essentially all we do right here, now that we have free VIP insured shipping set up for 0 to 0, is we click save. And then next thing we want to do is go ahead and go to markets. Now inside of markets, this is where we're going to make sure we can sell worldwide. So we're going to click edit market. And all I'm going to do right here is click edit on the countries and regions. And I'm just going to select every single one of these. So select all of them, select all of them. Boom, select all of these, select all these. All right, so we got everything selected. So now we're just going to click save. And then as soon as we click save, now we're going to be able to market to way more places than we were able to at first. All right, so now once we've done that, all we need to click is active. Yo, missing shipping rates. Tripping. All right, click this. Let's see what's good. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. International. Let's go right here. We got this guy inactive. Let's missing shipping rates. Let's see. Edit zone. Boom, right here. Boom. Oh, since we changed the markets, we had to redo it. So here we go. Just make sure all these are selected. Boom, boom, done. If you have any problems, you guys just repeat the process we just did and it'll fix it. So as you can see, it said customers in these regions don't have their market active. So now what I'm going to do is I just edited the shipping, and now I'm going to go over to markets and I'm going to click active. And now that market is active and good to go. So now we're able to ship worldwide just like that. We've got our primary market active, of course, and our international market active. And we've got our shipping set up. So we are good to go as far as shipping goes. Next thing you guys want to set up is payments. Now inside of payments, this is where you actually set up everything to make sure you receive your money. So in order to do this, all you click is activate Shopify payments. And then you click here to finish setting up PayPal. Those are the two things you need to do. That's it. You don't need to do anything else other than those two things. Set up Shopify payments, set up PayPal, and you're good to go. You can use one of them. You can use both of them. If you're in another country, there's going to be third-party providers that are available right here. But just set this up. This is something I can't walk you through because after you click this button, it basically just asks you for a bunch of personal info. But it is super easy to follow through. So just click this button, and that's what's going to set up payments for you. Make sure you go ahead and do that. All right, guys. So in this next section of the video, I want to talk about something called TrueProfit, which is an insanely helpful software that will literally change the game if you're dropshipping. You guys, what TrueProfit allows you to do is see the actual profit on your store. So instead of just seeing the total sales amount, you could actually look at what you really made, because obviously there's a difference between your total sales and how much you actually took home in profit. That being said, you have things like cost of goods, you have things like ad cost, all those sorts of expenses that you're not able to total up yourself unless you take literally your whole day to sit there and just continually update every single expense that happens for your business in a spreadsheet. Now, TrueProfit does this for you by just connecting to your Shopify store and literally pulling all this data from your store and the ad platforms you use if you run any ads, as well as your supplier for your product cost. And it literally gives you your profit on an instantaneous basis, meaning you guys could hop in here and see at any time how much you're actually making off your store. First off, all you guys are going to want to do is take a second to pause this video, go to the link in the description and sign up for TrueProfit. They give you a free trial, which is amazing. So this page is where it's basically just going to ask you a bunch of questions. What the best describes your business? So I dropship products, right? I could choose whatever supplier I'm using. I'm using Zendrop, so Zendrop. I'm going to click next. After that, how would you like to set up cost of goods? Sync cost of goods from Shopify's, integrate with dropshipping platform, set cost of goods manually, bulk edit using CSV file. So this is how you set your cost of goods. So you could either just sync it from Shopify, which is what I'm going to do, or you could go ahead and connect a dropshipping platform, right? Or you could just click skip right here below. But if you go through those questions and answer them for your personal situation, you're going to be able to set up your TrueProfit account before you even get inside. So as soon as you guys hop into TrueProfit, your dashboard dashboard is basically going to show your orders, your revenue, your total cost of goods, net profit, and net profit margin. Now, this is obviously an example store that I'm just using for this video, so you're not going to see any actual numbers here. But if you were the person running this store and you were getting orders, you could see how all the different data would be displayed up here, which is super, super sick. It gives you access to see literally everything that you really need to know: your ad spend, your average order value, units sold, gross sales, gross profit, net profit margin, net profit, total cost, revenue, orders, right? So literally everything you need to know. That way, instead of going into Shopify and just being able to see your sales, you could actually see everything you need to make the smart decisions you need to make if you want to successfully run your business. Now, next we have product analytics, which is pretty cool. Here's where we could see all the analytics on different products. So what we could do is enable TrueProfit tracking extension from your store's theme settings. So once we enable this, we're basically going to be able to give all this we're basically going to be able to give TrueProfit all of our product analytics. So now we could see what products are selling best on our store. When obviously you could see this by sorting on best sellers in Shopify, but this gives you more detailed analytics on each product and the data behind each product as you get customers on your store. Meaning if you hop into product analytics and you have 10 different products on your store, you could see which one's performing best, what demographic it's performing good for, what product's performing least, and you could really get a good overall picture of your products in here as well. The next thing is bundling insights. So if you have any bundles set up, you can see the insights for that right here. You could see your orders report right here, P&L report, which is really cool. This is what you need for taxes every year. You need a profit and loss report. That's what P&L stands for, profit and loss. It basically tells your tax person how much, and it tells you how much you actually made or lost that year. So you need to have this profit and loss form together and sent to your tax person or sent to the IRS, or you just need it at some point, depending on however you pay your taxes. There's 10 different ways to do it, but however you pay your taxes, or if you work with a CPA or do them yourself, at some point you're going to need a P&L. And that's why TrueProfit is so sick, is because otherwise you're going to have to use a software like QuickBooks, or you're going to have to go ahead and do it yourself on a spreadsheet. So you'd literally be able to hop in here, generate a P&L, and click export, and then you're good, which is crazy. Go ahead and go to the link in the description and sign up for TrueProfit. And once you do, make sure you guys start to play around with all these reports and hop in here and do some of the stuff that I did yourself, because I guarantee once you guys do and see all the amazing tools and stuff that you can see inside of TrueProfit, you're definitely going to be in here on a daily basis. All right, so I just wanted to really quickly show you guys an example of what it would look like inside of TrueProfit once you actually start making sales. So as you guys can see right here, I've got this store connected to TrueProfit, and this store is a new brand that I just started testing. It actually got its first sale a couple days ago, but as you guys can see in here, I actually have it pulled up with this first sale, just so you guys can see exactly what it looks like once you get your first sale or once you start getting more sales. Obviously, whatever amount of sales you have will just pop up in here, but basically it's going to break it down by your total orders, your revenue, your total cost, your net profit margin, and everything like that. You could also calculate your ad spend if you have that. All right, guys, so the next thing I want to show you is the TrueProfit app, and you could actually use this app anytime that you want to check your profit on the go. So anytime that you're checking your profit or your store's analytics, and you don't have your laptop with you, it's super nice to have this TrueProfit app, because instead of checking your Shopify app for sales, you could actually check the TrueProfit app on the go and see your real profit real time. So this is obviously an insanely clutch thing to have, especially for this specific app. As you guys can see, as soon as you log into the TrueProfit app, you see the dashboard that pulls up right away, which basically just shows you all the analytics you need to see about whatever store you have TrueProfit connected to. You could also scroll through this little header at the top bar from yesterday, today, or you could just click up here and set custom dates to whatever you want. You could do last year, you could do this year, you could do whatever you want right in here. As you guys can see, this was a product that I actually messed around with the couple last months of 2024. So some of the last months of 2024, I actually was testing this product. So if we go to a couple of the last months of that year, just so you guys can see the revenue and everything. So basically right here is what it would look like once you actually have analytics. Obviously this store is a store with a product that I tested that ended up not blowing up, but it did make a couple sales. So I wanted to just show you guys the inside of this app with actually seeing what it would look like, calculating the cost of your product and all that sort of other stuff. So as you can see right in here, you've got revenue up top, net profit, net margin, total cost, cost of goods, shipping costs, transaction fees, handling fees, custom costs, taxes paid, ad spend per order, average order value, average order profit, all that good stuff right inside of here. And obviously you would go inside of the computer version to go set all these costs. As I showed you guys in the video already, you use the left bar inside of the computer version of TrueProfit to set the cost of goods on each of your products, or you could connect it directly to your Shopify shipping provider, depending on what provider you're using. However, that's all something you would do on the computer, but inside of the app, you guys can just basically switch between dark mode and this. You guys could also switch between your stores on this menu right here. But other than that, you guys, that's pretty much everything you need to know about the app. It's just something I would definitely recommend you download once you get TrueProfit, because it's going to make using it a lot better and a lot easier. And obviously it's going to literally make it possible when it's usually not possible to do something like this on the actual road or on the go, wherever you're at from your phone. All right, you guys, the next thing we want to add to the store is actually the free plus shipping product that I talked about earlier. So how we're going to do that is by going number one to apps, then going ahead and going to Zendrop. And first we're going to find the product. So we wanted to throw in a free toiletry travel bag. So basically we're going to look up mini bathroom. Let's look up bathroom bag or toiletry. How do you even spell that? Toiletry. There we go. All right, toiletry bag. So just like that, we can find one. Let's find a cheap one. $1.22. There we go. $1.22 with $5 shipping. All right, we're gonna do this one. Add to my products. So now we're gonna go to my products. We're gonna go review and publish. We're gonna say free with every order. We're just gonna do that in the description and for the name. And then we're gonna go variants or description. We're gonna also say this: see order details. So basically they'll know now that after they purchase any product, after their order, they can see their order details, and essentially in their order details, we're going to put the actual discount code. But we can see order details or check email after purchase to get free discount code. All right, perfect. Variants, we're going to just make this $19.99. And I know it's free, you guys, but we have to make it $19.99 on the website at first, because what we're going to do is charge them free plus shipping. So basically $19.99 on the website is what we want to make it until they buy. And then once they buy the regular product, they're going to get emailed a discount code to get this one for free. So essentially $19.99. Now we're just going to publish this to our store. Now, once I go to my actual store, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into settings and I'm going to go to shipping. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mess with these shipping rates to add a paid shipping. So basically what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go click add rate. We're going to use flat rate, and I'm going to do custom shipping. I'm going to call this one insured shipping. Insured shipping. All right, perfect. And then we'll go add conditional pricing. We'll go £1 to £1, and then we'll make it $9.23. So it kind of looks like a shipping price, right? So $9.23. The product cost us literally $5 to buy and ship. So we're making $5. We could even go, lower if we want to. We can maybe do like, $6.32, right? So then we're only making like $1 or barely splitting even. But the whole point of this is just to break even, or maybe make some money if you can, but just to break even really is the point, because all you're doing this for is so then people will buy the first purchase. You just want them to buy the product, and this is something that's going to entice them to do so. So being able to add a shipping charge on the back end is just something that's going to help you not go negative essentially. But if you want to put some profit margin in here, you can. So for example, we'll do $9.23. I'll click done. And then next thing I'm going to do is add another rate. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say insured shipping. Insured shipping. And then this time I'm going to add it. I'm going to go £2 to £2. And then I'm just going to make this, let's do double the price. So let's do $18.73. Boom. £2 to £2. All right, sick. And next we'll go £2 to, let's say, 5,000 pounds, which this basically protects you from the event where somebody puts 500 in their cart. Basically this makes it to where nobody will do that. So we'll go insured shipping, and now we can basically make this price, make it like $1,000, so then nobody's gonna do it, obviously making sure that you don't get somebody who comes in here and tries to add 10,000 to their cart. So basically that protects you from that. Obviously, if somebody were to order this, just refund them, of course. But basically, you guys, so you've got free insured shipping, and then you've got these extras set up, which is going to charge them $923 or $1873 for the different free products, depending on if they add 1 or 2 to their cart. But you want to just put in this description, you want to just say, you know, only 1 per order. So we'll go code will only work for 1 per order. So that way people don't just go ahead and get a bunch of them. But basically, that's how you set up the shipping to charge. Now we have to make this product a pound, meaning that once we make this a pound, the shipping's going to charge. So all we do is we go like this. We go to products, we scroll down, we go to variants, select these, go to bulk edit. All we're going to do is go right here and we're going to add this. We're going to add weight, and then boom, we'll go over to weight, wherever that is. Boom, right here. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So then that means it's going to charge the actual shipping price when we add this product to our cart. Now we're going to go ahead and make a discount to make this product free. So create discount amount off products. We'll do discount code. We'll do free. We'll just call it free bag. That's the discount code. And then we'll go percentage 100% off what product. Let's browse and let's find the product right here. And let's go save. All right, right here. So now it's free bag. So we'll get the shareable link as well. Basically product page. This is going to mean when people go on this link, it automatically gives them the product for free. So essentially we could share this link now with people and they'll be able to get the product for free from that link. But all we're going to do now to actually put the link in the order confirmation is go to settings. All right, so once we're inside of notifications, go to order confirmation, click edit code. And then as soon as we do this, we can just find where it says thank you for your purchase, and we'll just add in right after here. So we'll say thank you for our purchase, search, copy and paste this link, and then we'll do into your browser to claim your free bag, or use code free bag at checkout. Boom, just like that. Now click save. And just like that, now we can see in our order confirmation, thank you for your purchase. Copy and paste this link. Boom, boom. It says to claim your free bag or use code free bag at checkout. So basically now we have this in our order confirmation. We could also add this to every other notification if we want to, but really all we need is order confirmation. But now everything on our store is set up and good to go. We have the main product on, we have the free product on, we have the free bathroom travel kit in every order made today on the header. We have the actual product. We've got our drop down menus right here. We've got our different collapsible content, multi-rows. We've got our contact form. We got the product page set up. We got the free product set up. We got our shipping set up. We got our market set up. We got the payment set up. Literally everything's good to go at this point as far as the website is concerned. And at this point, it's time to get started with the marketing. So congratulations, you guys. At this point, we found a winning product and successfully built a store, which are two of the hardest parts of this business. But now we face the final boss, which is marketing. Now I'm going to cover everything about marketing in this next section of the video. So make sure you take a second to grab a piece of paper so you could take notes, or just make sure to pause and remember the points to this video that you might want to refer back to later again when you're setting up your marketing, because there's going to be a lot of key points in here that I need you to listen to. I want to talk about a couple tools that can make making content easier for you. Number one is this tripod right here. As you can see, it's a little tripod that extends. You could put your phone in it right here, which is super sick, and it's got these little legs on the bottom. It's also got a remote you could use to control your phone remotely, but they're like 10 bucks on Amazon, or I think I got this honestly at Walmart. So you could get these literally anywhere, and it's just something that allows you to take videos without you having to actually hold the phone. Oh shoot. All right, so the next tool I want to talk about is this little neck mount. So this is another thing you can find on Amazon that's insanely helpful for making content. Honestly, one of my favorite products I've ever got for making content. All you do is clip this in right here. Just put my phone in there and boom. Now basically we're getting a POV view of me actually making this pancake. As you'll notice when I move, it's also stable, which is really important for POV. A lot of POV mounts are not stable like this, but as I'm moving, you guys can see
that is staying super stable. Other than that, you guys, what I was going to talk about is these fake plants. So this is another thing that's helpful for making content. If you're in a place where you feel like you don't have any good backdrops, or nothing looks cool to make content with, or there's no rooms in your house where you can make good content, just buy a couple fake plants, literally put them in a corner of your desk and put them there and just record in front of those fake plants. Adding the green fake plant sort of look to videos makes them pop a little more and makes everything look a little bit more vibrant. So the products we're using in this video are obviously the Excel pad and the e-ink phone case. Now I have both these products with me right now because I ordered them off of Amazon. Once you have a product picked out that's a winner, the first thing you want to do is order it on Amazon. So then once it arrives from Amazon, you could actually start making content yourself. All right, guys. So for this Excel pad, the video we're going to be recreating is just this one right here. Essentially what it is just a video of somebody in an office getting mad. It looks like just a clip they got off the internet. And then it just shows a bunch of clips of them literally going around the Excel pad. Oh shit, that did not look clean. All right, 6. So there's the clips and starts showing the e-ink case off. So he pulls it out of a box, but I don't really think the box even looks that great. So dropping it in, let's try that. All right, and then we're gonna show the NFC where he shows it actually working. Just gonna go like this and take a clip of me just showing the same phone cases as everybody else and then throw them he does. Boom. Now I'm gonna do one more clip in 0.5 in case that ends up looking better. Boom. All right, guys, so the time we've all been waiting for, actually making the first video. So when it comes to editing, as I said before, you guys kind of have two options. You can stay inside the TikTok app and make your video completely in there, record it, edit it, do everything in there, or you could use a software called CapCut. You're gonna wanna utilize both these tools for sure, and they are associated and kind of go hand in hand. So for each product we do, I'm gonna show you how to edit it on TikTok, and then I'm gonna show you how to edit it on CapCut and show you kind of the differences between the two and what scenarios you want to use CapCut for versus what scenarios you might want to just use directly inside the TikTok app for. I'm going to show you guys how to make content not only inside of the TikTok editor, but also on CapCut, which is an editing software that is absolutely insane and a software that most dropshippers are familiar with and most of them are using for some products right now. So at this point, you guys could probably infer that CapCut is a video editor. Essentially what this video editor is a more advanced video editor than what we have inside of TikTok. You're able to do a lot more things, including voiceovers and a lot of cool stuff that you can't do inside of TikTok, or stuff that you can't do as well with as many options as you can inside of TikTok. So inside of here, there's just a ton more options than you have over when you're editing on TikTok. Now that's obviously a great thing, but it doesn't mean you're never going to use the TikTok editor. As I just showed you guys, if you're trying to recreate a video that you can see is clearly made inside of TikTok, or reply to a comment or some sort of stuff like that, you're definitely going to want to stay inside of TikTok to edit. But there's a ton of content that's blowing up right now, and a style of content that you can only create inside of CapCut that's really crushing it for just about any product out there. And if it's not already crushing it for a product, as soon as somebody starts using this style of content with a product that's out there that hasn't had this style of content used for it before, it's going to crush it. So what this style of content is essentially this. So if we watch this video real quick,
as everyone else, I don't want to be seen as the same as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case. It's powered by NFC, and you can change its look however you like. It doesn't require any battery from your phone at all, which means I can change its look all day and no one can stop me.
So as you can see right here, essentially they did a voiceover. They have this AI voiceover talking in the background, and they have this text popping up that's going different colors, and it's just super engaging to watch. The clips they have in their video aren't that great, but I do really like the text and the editing style on this video. Now, being able to get text like this that actually pops up with the words you're saying, you're not going to be able to do directly inside of TikTok. This is something that you're going to want to use CapCut for, and this is the style of videos I'm talking about. Whenever you see videos with this type of text, or videos that have edits where it's moving super quick, or just doesn't look like something that somebody made with their hands, it's likely done inside of CapCut. And this is exactly why CapCut's not only just a useful tool to have, but something that's essential if you really want to ensure that you're going to have the best experience in e-commerce as possible and get to success the fastest possible way with your content. Now with that being said, what we're going to want to do Now, with that being said, I don't just want to talk about it. I want to actually show you guys me making a video with this product. So what we're going to do is actually recreate this video inside of CapCut ourselves. So another thing about CapCut is, as you guys just saw, we have their desktop editor where you could literally edit everything inside your computer, which makes it insanely nice. And another thing about that is, in the last section of this video where we were making the TikTok, when I had you guys save the raw footage for Instagram Reels with no text or sound, the other reason I had you guys do that is because you can now take that raw footage, put it into CapCut, and cut it up and chop it up into however many different videos you want to. So even when you're editing inside of TikTok, when you save that raw footage without text or without a sound, you can now use those clips to edit inside of CapCut. So what we can go ahead and do is take the clips we just took on that phone, bring them over to CapCut, get started cutting them up and adding new text on it. And keep in mind, you guys, CapCut also has a phone app, so you could edit all your videos and do everything that I'm gonna do on the computer inside of the phone app as well. So literally everything on the computer, you could super easily do on the CapCut app inside your phone too. And I use both depending on where I'm at and what I have. However, I use CapCut on the go all the time to edit videos, and when you're using it on the go, the mobile app is perfect. It has all the same features as the desktop. It's just obviously on a smaller screen. And the cool part is you could use the same account for both of them, so then your content can be on both. First, I'm gonna check out the video we're recreating, get an idea of what clips we need, take those clips, and then we'll get them uploaded to the computer and get started editing the video inside of CapCut from there. So let's get it. So basically what we're gonna go ahead and do now is go and take these clips and drop them into CapCut. So I got my clips I just took right here. I'll drag them on the side, and we'll go ahead and go new project. And all I'm gonna do is take these clips and import them in here. So now I've got all these clips in, I'm gonna drop them on the timeline, and first thing I'm gonna do is just organize them. So we know the first clip is throwing the phone cases. So I've got 2 different clips of that. So what I'm gonna do is decide which one's best. So if I look right here, I can see, and CapCut's nice because obviously, as you guys can see, versus editing on TikTok, you have this whole big, nice area, this whole like editing suite to edit in, which is super, super sick. But basically, as you can see, I like that third one. I like that second one more, I feel like. I kind of like the throwing on those ones though. Boom. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. So like this, I'm gonna use the first clip of that, and then I'm gonna use the throwing part of this. So I can just grab wherever and drag it. So right here, I'm gonna use the part where I grab them of this video. So boom, all of these cases. Let's see how it starts. So it starts with his hands coming in. So his hands don't start in the clip. As you can see in the beginning, there's no hands in the clip. So what we're gonna do is make sure that our hands come in the clip as well. So in the beginning, there's not, and then boom, they come in right away, start showing off the cases, right? And then we'll get this video of us actually throwing the cases down. I liked this one best, so boom, boom, boom. Looks pretty clean. All right, I like that. And then next thing we're gonna wanna do, go ahead and find, so now this is why I got this case. Basically, we gotta show off the case a little bit. So show it just dropping in, that's fire. I like the drop in. Okay, so we'll go, boom, drag this over just to where it drops, boom. So we wanna get it right up to where it's about to drop type of thing. So let's see if we've got a better one. I know I did a couple of these. Or nah, let's use that one. Okay, so boom. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, let's use this drop one. Boom, right there. So basically, I like that. Okay, sick. So now we'll drag this clip. Let's cut it right here. And we'll go boom. I'll go ahead and delete these 2. And inside of CapCut, if you go to this left bar, here's all your tools. So select, split, select leftward, select rightward. So you could use all these. You're just gonna really be using the select and split. Split means if you wanna crop a clip, for example, but you could also just be on here and click this to crop a clip quickly whenever. Right here, this little thing that looks like 2 little, I guess, parentheses facing opposite ways. You guys can do that right here. So next, boom, boom. Next clip is showing us actually getting it to work. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go right here, just show it zooming in, boom. We'll show it right here, say, all right, boom, boom. Show us getting it edited up, and then we'll show us actually bringing it over. Boom. So next, they'll click. Boom. Now I can just show this, and we got to keep in mind how long the video is too. So we can see this video is 19 seconds long. So we're going to try to make ours around the same. So currently we're at, let's see, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds. So boom, let's show this whole part. Boom. And then let's split it again right there, or boom. Split it right here. And basically what I'm trying to do, you guys, when I split clips is, as you can see, the very end of this clip is showing the ready to scan right there. And then the very beginning of this next clip is also slightly showing the ready to scan. I could almost make it even closer to it. So right there, to where, boom, the switch from those two clips is really similar. So it looks almost like it's one clip. So as you can see, boom, right? And then there we go. So now we're at 15 seconds. Let's see if we can get it. So I'm going to just go ahead and crop this then. Crop some of this because it flashes for a little while and we don't need to see that for that long. So we'll go right here. Boom, boom. And just like that. Crop that guy down. I want to show a little bit of it flashing and working for sure. And you guys just really want to do what looks best. Obviously, we're going hard making this video like literally perfect. You guys don't have to go this hard, but it helps. You want to make your content good, of course, the best you can. All right, boom. Then we're going to show myself actually like doing that with it. Yeah, perfect. So, boom, boom. All right, and our video is literally like right at 19 seconds. So if I crop this down. All right, our video is basically right at 19. So let's check this. So basically, start to finish. So we got the clip where the hand comes in. Boom, boom. Drops that in. Here we go. Show it being adjusted. Sick. Nice, right? Okay, sick. So now what we're going to do is actually add the sound and the text. So, why have the same phone?
Okay, one else. I don't want to be seen as the same as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case. It's powered by NFC, and you can change its look however you like. It doesn't require any battery from your phone at all, which means I can change its look all day and no one can...
So all I'm going to go ahead and do is copy the link to the video we're recreating, and I'm going to go ahead and download it off of Snaptik. So Snaptik, boom, paste TikTok link, go right here, paste it, download, and just like that, after we download this, go ahead and grab this video, bring it down here. And what we could do now is go to this little audio section up here, and here's where you could search through songs. You could upload your own music. You could do whatever. So right here, you could search through all the songs you want in CapCut. You could search whatever one you want. You could go to sound effects. You could look up copyright audio or check for copyright, right? Other thing we can do is extract audio. So what we're going to do here is we could extract the audio directly from this video by taking it and importing it. So extracted audio right here. But here's what we're going to use it for. So basically what I'm going to use this audio for is going, first I'm going to go ahead and mute all these. So select all these clips and just drag this soundbar down. So just go ahead and select all these clips and bring the volume all the way down. So that's going to mute all these clips to where all these clips don't have any sound. And now we just have the sound from the video. So the only thing we're missing is the text. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do captions, and then we're gonna click generate. So it's gonna generate these captions for us, and that's why I imported the audio. We don't have to actually use their audio. We're gonna use our own, but I wanted to actually have them import the text. You could just go and type this text out yourself, but it takes a while. So like, why not when you could just do this?
Why have the same phone case as everyone else? I don't want to be...
So what I'm gonna do next is make sure all the text is right. So essentially what I'm doing right here is just making sure that all the text is actually the right way. So I'm making sure all the text is actually correct.
Same tone case as everyone else. Want to be seen as the same as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case. It's powered by NFC, and you can change its look however you like. It doesn't require any battery from your phone at all, which means I can...
Boom. All right, sweet. So this works. Now the text in the video we're recreating is at the top, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this text, move it towards the top of the screen, make it a little smaller, and now what I'm going to do is mess with the font, because obviously the font is different. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go to text. We'll go to font, boom, boom, So we can see he's using this little yellow bubbly text. So we're just gonna find that font. I think, let's see, Quick Fox, boom, boom, right here. And there's so many great fonts inside of CapCut that you guys can mess with. You're really free to use whatever one you want. However, I'm just gonna try to find the exact one for the sake of recreating this video as close as we possibly can to the original. All right, perfect. So we got the font. Now I'm gonna just make it a little smaller. All right, guys, so now all we're gonna do is go ahead and click text to speech, and then we can choose whatever we want. So as far as voices go, we can show. Boom.
Why have the same phone case as everyone else?
Why have the same phone?
Why have the same
Why have the same
case as
Why have the same phone case?
Why have the same
Why have the same phone case?
Why have the same phone case as everyone else?
I don't want to case as everyone else. I don't want to be seen as the same as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case. He says everyone else. I don't want to be seen as the same as everybody.
And right now I'm just trying to speed the video up. So now that the voice is in there, I'm just trying
Same
to...
as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case. It's powered by NFC, and you can change its look however you like. It doesn't require any battery from your phone at all, which means I can change its look all day, and no one can stop me.
Boom.
I have the same phone case as everyone else. I don't want to be seen as the same as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case.
All right, perfect, you guys. So just like that, we've got the text on there with the speech. You could obviously text to speech with whatever you want. You could play around with whatever you want as far as the different narrators and different voices, but I just like to use something similar to what they used in the video, and that was definitely similar. So now that I have this video essentially done, the only thing I could do if I want to is add some background effects or maybe some background noise. A light little background noise to it might be good, but we could always add that later inside of TikTok, or if we want to, what we could do right here is get a little background noise going. So I'm gonna go ahead and click music, and we'll just find some background noise that might be good. This guy. That one sounds upbeat, which I feel like we need something upbeat. So I'm just gonna drag this down here, then we'll just make it way lower.
It's powered by NFC.
Where you can't really hear it.
Change its look however you like. It does. Why have the same phone case as everyone else? I don't want to be seen as the same as everybody. That's why I got myself the e-ink case. It's powered by NFC, and I can change its look all day, and no one can stop me.
Boom. All right, you guys. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is just make sure the video's all cropped down to the same length. So I'm gonna cut this to here, I'll cut this to here, cut this guy to here, then I'll cut this guy to here. Boom. And then we'll make sure everything's the same length. It looks good, looks like it is. So next, all you guys are gonna wanna do is click export. You guys can mess with the settings however you want. And then next thing is just go ahead and change. Let's go audio, boom, boom. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and just select all this because we want obviously all of it, and then we'll go ahead and click export. All right, you guys, so now that I have this video officially all edited and ready to post, all I'm gonna do is go up here in CapCut and click share. Then I'm just gonna click export and share. Now the video is gonna get exported, and I'm gonna be able to send the video to my phone and get it uploaded to TikTok. You're just gonna wanna do the same thing as we did on the last post and just replicate a similar caption to what you see the other video using. So whatever video you're replicating, just use a similar caption to that. If we wanna actually see the video right now, as you could see, we could see the video right here. I could click download, and now I have this video ready to go. Just like that. As you can see, I've got the video ready. I could basically send this video over to my phone at this point and upload it to TikTok. We've successfully edited our first video inside of CapCut. CapCut is an amazing editing software, and editing like we just did probably used 1% of CapCut's overall features, or honestly even less than that. So at this point, if you want to start using CapCut, make sure you go to the link in the description. I'm going to have a link that says start CapCut for free, and you guys could sign up for CapCut on a free trial. CapCut is definitely something that's going to benefit you and something I'm sure you'll love using. But without further ado, make sure you guys go to the link in the description and try it out for yourself. They have a free trial, so you guys can start editing like professionals using CapCut and putting out content that really is going to go viral for your brand. But now that we've made content for the phone case on both the laptop and on the phone, the next thing we need to do is make content for our Excel mat. I want to show you guys two products in this video, so then you guys can see two different styles of editing. And what I'm going to be doing for this this Excel mat is actually using the CapCut app. So I'm going to be hopping inside the app and filming a piece of content for the Excel mat. With that being said, let's get it. So obviously there is still one thing we're missing, and that's a video of somebody mad at the office. So we got to find that. So we're going to go on TikTok, someone raging at desk. Okay, so this guy freaked. Okay, this is perfect. So now we're just going to save this video. Well, we got to save it without watermark. So we're going to copy the link, and then we're going to go to SnapTik. Boom. And then we're going to save this video so we could use that clip to actually make this TikTok, because at the beginning of the TikTok we're recreating, somebody gets super mad and like throws their desk or hits their computer. So we're going to go ahead and go download. Boom. Download. We're going to just save this guy. And now you guys, it's time to go over to CapCut. So we're going to go to CapCut and we're going to click new project. Now we're just going to import all the clips we just got. So boom. All these different clips. Boom. And we'll just import all these. So just boom, new project. All right, 6. So now first we're going to get this clip. So I'm going to get to the part where the text gets off the screen. So the text is off the screen at this point right here. So I'm going to go ahead and, because I don't want their text in my video, right? I just want this clip of this guy raging. Now I'm going to zoom it in. So it's only him raging basically in the clip. And this is all inside of CapCut's editor, you guys. It makes it super easy to edit, just like on the computer. So boom. This guy's mad, right? Oof. Oof. This guy's pissed. All right, so let's check this. Let's get it right in the perfect spot. Boom. Dude takes out the computer. Oof. Boom. Dang. All right, this guy's pissed. So basically, boom, boom, right there is where we'll delete it. And then the next clip is rolling out the mats. All right, guys. So now I'm just going to search for a good rollout, basically, clip that we have. So I don't like this one. Let's see if we've got a good one at the end. I feel like they're at the end. So, ooh, I think this one. All right, so if we go right here, I kind of like this one the most. Boom. Then we could see that inside of the video we're recreating, we could see that there is the next is just showing all around it. So we're just going to show all around it basically real quick. Grab a bunch of clips basically. Oh, boom. This one's even better. I basically just want to get a couple clips of me up close with it, and that's really all we have to do left. So delete, delete, delete. All right, now I think what we have is basically enough. So now, because the video we're recreating is only 9 seconds long, so we have even more than enough. And we're just going to actually insert the sound once we go to TikTok. So all we're going to do is go boom. And then now we're just going to mute these clips. So I'm going to go ahead and go mute volume. Boom. Boom. So just like that. As you can see, it looks pretty clean. So all we're going to do now is click export. And then as soon as we export this video, we're going to have all these options to share it. We're just going to click other. And then we're just going to save this video. And now all we have to do is upload it to TikTok and add the sound. So what I'm going to do at this point is go ahead and go on TikTok, go ahead and upload my video that I just made, which is this guy. And then we're just going to add that sound that I just favorited. So right here. Boom. Now all we're going to do is add the text. POV, you got fired up for not knowing how to use Excel, so you bought this mouse pad. Literally what I could do is just select this, copy, and then go ahead and go here, paste. And then I'll just edit it. So POV, you got fired for not knowing how to use Excel, so you bought this mouse pad. Boom. Now we could just go ahead and save this video without text if we want to repost it on IG. But at this point, we've got the text, we've got the sound, we've got everything done in this video. Obviously, as you guys saw, we brought it from CapCut over to TikTok to add the text and the sound, just because it looked like this text and this sound came from TikTok. So we made all the edits on CapCut, exported it from CapCut, put it on TikTok, added the text and the sound, and now it's ready to post. And that's exactly how you edit a video inside of the CapCut app for your dropshipping store.
All right, you guys, so I want to do something special for you in this video and actually give away a custom Shopify store built by me to one of you guys for simply dropping a comment on this video. All you guys need to do is literally like this video, subscribe, and comment Shopify dropshipping in the comment section of the video. And once you guys do that, you're going to be entered into a giveaway to potentially win a custom built Shopify store by me. And once I pick the winner, I'm going to actually call them, help them decide on a winning product to sell, and then actually personally build the store for them myself with whatever product we decide on. This opportunity is obviously really amazing if you're a beginner or no matter what level you are as a dropshipper. So make sure you guys take a second to like this video, subscribe, and comment Shopify dropshipping if you want to enter the giveaway. I'm going to be picking the winner at 500 likes. So make sure you guys go ahead and go down and enter that giveaway now by just commenting Shopify dropshipping, liking, and of course subscribing to the channel.